What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of The Mix. I'm your host, Anniekay Anderson, and we have a very, very, very special girl in the building today. Coming all the way from the south side of Atlanta, we got Kenarri with us today.
Hey guys, I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for being here. This is obviously long overdue. Been trying to make this happen for a minute, but how are you? How have you been?
Good. I'm just happy to be here. We have been trying to make this happen for a very, very, very long time. So
Yes. Yeah. Are we gonna get into like all the traveling you've been doing, all the working, all the releasing music? But before that, I want to get a little bit into like your background. I guess you grew up on the South Side. How did you get into music? Or before that, what was growing up on the South Side like for you?
okay, so let me make a distinction because people hear South Side and they automatically think like, oh, Nat. I'm from like Southwest Atlanta, and really you could call it. It's really considered South Fulton now. But I went to Westlake, so if you know where that is, then you know where I'm from. My grandma grew up on Cascade. My granddad grew up on my grandma's house that I went to when I was growing up is on Cascade. My granddad's house was on Cascade, so that's the general area.
Okay.
How was it like growing up? It was real chill. Like, I pretty much went to elementary, middle school, and high school with the same people.
That's why. I like that.
You drive 15 minutes down the road to my grandma's house, drive 15 minutes down the road to my granddad's house. So it was real cool. Family right next to me.
That's fire. And in high school, you played sports, right?
I did. I cheerleaded.
Cheerleader. Okay. So when did that like musical spark get in the picture? Were you the type of person that like you were focused on sports? Like this is no. Okay,
I really like cheerleading. Now cheerleading because I did like competitive cheerleading outside of high school.
Okay.
So I did high school cheerleading to kind of like show off because I knew how to flip and do all the cool stuff. But no, I was a smart kid.
Okay, so
I was
you were
focused on school.
academics for real. Okay, what was your favorite subject in high school?
My favorite subject was science. It was like biology until biology started turning into chemistry, and we started doing math and biology. I didn't like it anymore.
I felt that so bad.
So maybe social studies, maybe history.
I love social studies. Love. My favorite subject.
Yeah.
But okay. Did you listen to what was the music landscape like in your household? Like,
My mom listened to a lot of gospel music. I remember listening to a lot of Mary Mary.
Okay.
I forget their names, but definitely a lot of Mary Mary, a lot of Mary J. Blige. My dad, on the other hand, listened to rap music. He played Kendrick Lamar's, I don't know that name of the album, but the one with swimming pools on it.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
album.
he played that
I don't
nonstop.
know.
Like every time I got into the car, it was ingrained in my head. Kendrick Lamar and I would say like Gucci Mane, stuff like that. Two very distinct personalities in my household with music. So I kind of fell right in the middle.
Yeah, and then kind of that's good though. Like to have those two, like it gives balance, but it also like sparks your interest, I guess, or your brain musically. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people that you worked with you grew up with as well, right? Like
yeah, I went to high school with for the most part.
Your engineer, Casey.
Casey went
Were
to Westlake.
you guys friends in high school?
She graduated 3 years after me, so I don't even know if we were at Westlake at the same time. And if we were, I think she was a freshman and I was a senior.
Okay.
And so when you're in high school, you know, the freshman, junior, senior classifications, they mean so much. Like, if you're a senior, you have no reason, like, being friends with freshmen unless you guys are on a sports team together.
Yep.
But when you graduate, it's like, you're all alumni, so.
Yeah. How did you and Casey connect?
Through Track Hawk, my cousin Track Hawk.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. He found her first, and she was doing, like, $25 an hour studio time. And in my head, I was like, $25 an hour, like that's some BS. Like, ain't no way it's quality at $25 an hour. And I told her this. And he went, he was like, nah, she know what she doing. Yeah. So I went, and she not doing $25 an hour now, though. Y'all gonna have to, she upped the price. But I went, and she know what she doing for real.
That's good. That's good. And you guys have definitely like been building together. I was talking to Jaya on a previous episode, and she was like, telling me how important it is to have like an engineer and a producer that can really grow with you and know your sound. So it's really nice to see that dynamic between you two, as well as like Easy Money as well. Caleb, definitely love to see the growth.
I started recording with him first, actually.
Okay.
But he's so busy. It was hard to align our schedules. But he was one of the first people I felt comfortable with recording on a regular basis.
Speaking of like recording, like, when was your first time in the booth? Like, what year was that?
It was like was it 2019? It was either 2019 or 2020. I think it was 2019.
Okay.
And I wrote a song, and I was rapping it for my friends in the car. And they were like, no, this is really good. You need to go record this. And so I went and recorded it. My dad had a friend, and he just set it up, went over his house.
I like that. And that's kind of like entering the COVID era. So, like, you really had time to really hone in on your craft then, I would say, too. That's good. I remember listening or hearing you for the first time. It was Dragon Year, I think, and Don't Play. That was my song. Like,
Don't Play.
That was my song. Like, I feel like fighting when I hear that, but yeah.
I listen to that stuff now, and I just cringe so hard. But people tell me all the time, like, no, some of their favorite songs are on Dragon Year. But
yes, that was a really solid project. I really liked it.
Thank you.
And the growth, you could definitely see it now with like what you're producing now, but still, like, even back then, you were still good. So
thank you.
Of course, let's get into lifestyle a little bit. I know that you're currently in school, going to college. You go to Georgia State. What are you studying at Georgia State?
I'm studying real estate. And don't ask me why I'm still in school, because that's none of your business.
Exactly.
Just know I'm still in school and I didn't quit. But I'm studying real estate at Georgia State. I do have my real estate license. I went into college thinking I was going to do management and consulting. Then I switched to political science. Then I thought I was going to be a nurse. And that's part of the reason why I've been in school for so long, just haven't been able to figure out what I want to do. Yeah. But definitely decided on real estate.
Okay, what made you want to get into real estate? It's like
people talk about how much money it is in real estate, to be honest.
Do you watch like Selling Sunset?
I do.
I love Selling Sunset. That's like my favorite show. And I know I'm not into real estate, but I'm there for the drama of it all. I'm so sorry. Selling Sunset is such a good show, but they be selling houses now, so on the seasons. But yeah,
it's mostly drama.
Yeah,
I be wanting
like I was trying to literally, yes. That's so funny. But okay, yeah, real estate. And how do you kind of balance, or how important is it to have a day job outside of your music career?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, because like as an artist or as a creative, we always feel like so passionate about what we do, and we kind of just want to like hone in on that alone. But obviously, you have to fund those passions, and like a day job is needed whether you like it or not. So like, how important is it in your way?
So my day job is real estate, and to talk about the balance, I couldn't do music without having a passion for real estate or a passion for anything outside of music. And I could not have a passion for anything outside of music without music. If I was just doing real estate and just doing school, I would be so miserable and like just unfulfilled, like feeling like I'm missing something else.
Yeah.
And if I was just doing music, of course, I would just be waiting on a miracle moment of blowing up. You're just waiting on that blowing up moment. And that blowing up moment looks different for everybody. Like, some people don't ever get to that level of like superstardom in the span of 2 or 3 months after dropping their first song. Some people do that, but I feel like if you're constantly just waiting on that blow up moment to finally fulfill you, you're never going to be fulfilled with music. So you kind of got to have something else that you're striving for outside of music. And that's just being a well-balanced person. Exactly. Like, you wouldn't put all your eggs in one basket in any case. But if I was just focusing on school, like I said, I would feel like I'm missing something in my life. Like, I would probably be depressed.
Yeah.
So music makes me happy. Like, I feel comfortable going to school because I know I can come home and record. Like,
Yeah.
something else to look forward to.
I like that. That's real as fuck. Like, it's true. Yeah, you can't have one without the other, or you can, but you just won't be happy. So.
Yeah, like even artists, even the biggest artists you can think of, they're not constantly making music, constantly in the studio. They have hobbies outside of that. You have friends outside of that. Everything, you can't have all your eggs in one basket.
Yep. And when you get to that high level too, there's like people like Rihanna, a great example. Like, she got her music career, but she's also like doing these side hustles. She got Fenty Beauty, like,
And she probably had those aspirations
before.
exactly,
Yep,
and that's what kept her going in music. Like, music was a means to an end to support her other dreams.
Yep.
So
Exactly.
yeah.
So, you've been doing a lot of traveling this year, whether work-wise or leisurely. And I really wanted to know, like, has being in different spaces or, like, communities, I guess, around different people, inspired or influenced your creative process lately?
It definitely does. Of course, traveling and seeing the world. I went to just to give some context, I went to Paris and Rome, Italy back in June, like end of May, beginning of June, and I just recently went to Costa Rica. Traveling definitely helps, like seeing a new perspective.
Yeah.
What else? What else is the question?
Like, just, like, has it, like, given you a burst of creativity, I guess?
It does give me a burst of creativity, but also when you're doing international travel, it's very stressful. Like the couple moments leading up to the trip are just so draining and chaotic and stuff. And then when you're out of the country, you got to get your money's worth.
Yeah.
There's no sleeping in. You're up at 7 a.m. and you're going to your first activity. You're not taking naps during the day.
We doing that excursion.
Yeah, we doing that excursion. Like,
I'm crying.
plane tickets too expensive for real.
Yeah, that's so real.
Yeah, so definitely a burst of creativity, but it's not like you can go on relaxing trips, but if you spending some money, you need to get your money's worth. So when I get home, I be ready to rest.
Yeah.
I be ready to get back in the studio, of course, because I'm not recording when I'm
Overseas.
out of the country. Yeah. So it's kind of like a good hiatus to build my motivation. Like, I can't wait to get back and record. I can't wait to.
Yeah. You gotta take time away from the things you love to really, like, love it.
Yes.
So,
to sum up my long.
No, that's
basically
fun.
what I mean. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But I did think of like the I just woke up and this and that video I just dropped. I thought of that video on the plane ride back from Rome.
Because the cover art, you took it overseas.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes. And I didn't even plan for that to be a cover art. It was just a nice picture I took. And I was on the plane back and I'm like, wow, I've seen so much. Like, I can't go home empty-handed. Like, this is a lifestyle I want to achieve for myself. I want to always be able to get on a plane and see a new place. So it does make you want to go harder.
That's good. You kind of pull a little inspiration, little stuff from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that. Let's get into your music. You just spoke about, like, I Just Woke Up. You dropped like a 2-song project.
Mm-hmm.
I Just Woke Up, this and that. What was the inspiration behind those? What made you wanna? It feels so like. I get confident vibes, real confident in it, real talking my shit. So yeah, what was the process behind that?
So I punched in both of those songs. And if you know me, if you've been in the studio with me, I'm a writer. Punching in is not my strong suit. So those were like the first 2 songs where I punched in and I really felt confident after recording them. Like, oh wow, like I've got the hang of this.
Yeah.
And then also I made those songs immediately, maybe 2 weeks before I left for Europe. So I was feeling on top of the world. Like, it was it was my bestie's birthday. I think I was celebrating my bestie's birthdays. Knew I was going to Europe. Like, it was just a good time. The start of summer definitely was feeling good. But of course, when you listen to this and that, like, I also was going through some stuff with a certain person. So you just got to use the good and the bad in your life to make lemons out of lemonade. You got to, you know what I'm saying? Music is about feelings and truth. So you got to speak your truth in your songs.
Definitely.
Everything serves as inspiration.
That's so real. That's true. And as an artist, I can see like how that's really, really true. Like building off of any and every little thing that happens in your life. Yeah, definitely. Not what was, but you've been on a pretty consistent run this year. So This and That isn't the only, This and That and I Just Woke Up aren't the only songs you dropped this year. Sprinkler was another one that you came out with this year. Sins. You've been on, and I feel like it's since last year, honestly, like middle of last year. You just been on a run, and they have been like hit after hit after hit. I've just been like,
I appreciate that.
when is the next song coming out, y'all? I be in her DMs like, let me hear it. but yeah. So what has been the battery in your back that's like fueling this like run? Like what's your mental state now, like with all these songs dropping?
Music has kind of become an equation to me. So it's like if I want to be in a certain position, if I want to get my output, I gotta have the input. Mm-hmm. And like last year, I think I only dropped twice. So it's like, how am I gonna get to the level I want to be at? Mm-hmm. And I'm only dropping twice a year, and I'm being so picky about what I'm dropping. I have all this music in the vault that nobody's ever going to hear. I spent money on the songs to make them. I spent money on the beats. So the battery in my back is, I got to put the music out if people want to hear it. If I want to get to a certain level, I got to drop. And can't nobody discover me if all the music is in the vault.
That's real. Gatekeep your music, but like be smart about it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about one of the projects or collaborations that you dropped during this time was with Dank and Ascension, right? Mm-hmm. So Dank has, like, we were speaking about it in his interview, like he has like a very super alternative sound. Like you also kind of dip into the alternative pool, but Dank is like more rock alternative type of vibe. So how is it like working with a different sound for you?
I think it's less about the sound, and I think it's more about the person. Like, me and Dank just have really good chemistry as friends. Yeah. And when you're also recording with somebody and you're not self-conscious about what you're recording, like, are they going to like this? Is this the vibe that they were going for? Like, I know whatever I record with Dank is going to be appreciated. And whatever he records with me, I'm going to appreciate it because I just appreciate him as a person. Definitely. So I feel like we can hop on any beat together just because the personal chemistry is there, like the respect is there. Mm. There's no judgment in the space.
Yeah, that's fire. How was that studio session? Like, it was just vibes, just fun.
Okay, I'm sober. I'm on a sober streak right now, but when we recorded that, we were actually like super zooted. How about myself?
Yes.
Yes.
How about myself? That's perfect though. Like, you really in the zone. So you like, yeah, this shit gonna be fine.
Yeah.
That's good.
And we were really just recording. Like, I just pulled up on him and to just record. It wasn't like, oh, we're finna drop a tape. We're gonna do this. The songs just came out so good. We were like, we might as well drop the tape.
They were good. I really liked it. I remember my first time hearing it. I was like, okay, this is different. I haven't heard her on something like this before, but she really slid. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to more collaborations from you guys as well.
Thank you. Yes. We've been trying to get in the studio. Life just be busy. Like,
life do be lifing.
Life be lifing.
Real bad. It's going to happen, though, because y'all are friends, so it's going to happen. But speaking about, like, collaborations or just music in general, what can we expect from you in the next year?
Definitely, you guys can expect an EP before the year's over.
Ooh, okay.
Lots more collaborations. I'm not keeping anything in the vault because if it's in the vault, when is it ever going to get dropped? Like, everything's getting dropped. Everything's getting emptied out the vault. Me and Track Hot got a collaboration coming soon. Okay. Girly Pop 2024. Hint, hint. That's the EP I'm dropping.
Okay.
Single after single. I got so much for y'all. I want to get some features. There's a certain feature I want, and I don't want to say it because I don't want to jinx it.
Okay.
But I'm gonna have to put some money. I'm gonna have
Is
to
it
put
a
some money
girl or
up for
boy?
it. It's a girl.
It's a girl. Okay. Okay.
It's a girl. She's bubbling in the underground scene. So I just gotta get my bread together.
Oh my God, I'm gonna ask you after we stop.
Yeah.
But okay, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I forgot to ask about like your performance with Zoomies this year.
Oh
like,
my God, that was a big thing.
Yeah, like I remember you posting it, and I was like, "What the fuck? This is fire!" Like I used to go to Zoomies all the time to shop. So, how did that even happen? Like, how did it come about, and what was the how was the performance for you? What was the event like?
They just DM'd me. I got a DM. You know how you get message requests, and it'll be like, it'll look like it's a celebrity, and you'll be like, oh my God, did Lil Durk just DM me or something like that? And it's like a fake fan page or something.
Yeah.
So Zoomies DM'd me, and it was in my request, and I was like, this is a fake page DMing me. There's like, why would Zoomies be DMing me?
Yeah.
But no, it was them. It was their official page, and they were basically asking me to perform at their rolling, I forget what it's called, but at the skate event. And it's just a testament to you never know who's watching, because the person that scouted me, I didn't even know them. I think they were on the Creators After Dark page, actually. That's what they told me. They said they were going through the Creators After Dark page.
That's good.
And they scouted me off of there.
That's
so
good.
You never know who's watching.
I like that because Creators After Dark, obviously, their platform to uplift upcoming artists and stuff. So it's good that people are going there to find artists. But okay, yeah, that's fire. You staying on performances, and then we'll wrap it up. But like, I remember you said to me one time, and you spoke about it in an interview before. But like, you used to, I don't know if you still do, get shy during performances. So like, how has it changed in any way? Are you feeling like more confident when you have to go on stage? Like, how do you command the room? Like,
I don't get shy anymore. I more so get excited now.
okay.
And then I always have like a group of friends at my performance. So it's kind of like, I don't really care about the people in the crowd I don't know. If my friends are there and I'm performing for my friends at the end of the day, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to turn up. I'm not going to be nervous. Yeah. But now I guess the nervousness has turned into, I definitely want to elevate my performances with either backup dancers or just have some choreography to go with each song, incorporate more chants, more like interactive things to do with the crowd. But ultimately, I do think your music speaks for itself at a performance. I just went to the Billie Eilish concert last night.
How was that?
It was so good. And you know, her songs are slow.
Yeah.
So I was worried. I was like, how is she going to command the crowd with such slow songs? But the music really speaks for itself. So I always remember that, and I know my music is good, so that kind of calms my nerves. But definitely want to elevate my performance experience for the future, especially trying to get to the level I want to be at.
I love your performances, and I think, like, obviously I understand, like, there's always room for growth, but I think you're an amazing performer, and, like, every time I see you perform, you have that crowd engagement. You have that stage presence. Like, you own the stage for real. So, yeah. It's going to be great. Choreo is just going to be, like, another level for you, for sure. But to wrap this up, I always ask my guests, what is some advice that you can give to creatives in the mix that are trying to like maneuver, or anything you've learned since being in the industry? What is something that you can tell them?
2 things. I would say let go of that I have to blow mindset. That takes the fun out of it because, like I said, it looks different for everybody. Blossoming in your community and having your friends genuinely support your movement is just as valuable as a video going viral and a song going viral. A lot of times when people have that like huge viral hit, it doesn't last very long. Versus somebody who genuinely has a whole community or a whole city messing with them, they might not be viral on a national level, but it's just as valuable.
Absolutely.
in my opinion. And that almost got to me. It takes the fun out of what you're doing, because then you never feel good enough. Why am I not blowing? Why am I not going viral? Why is, just appreciate where you are. And then number 2, remember that you're a person and you're multifaceted and you have other needs outside of music. For me, Kenarri can't excel if I'm not giving time to Kennedy, if I'm not making sure she's resting, if I'm not making sure she's going to the gym, if I'm not making sure she's maintaining her close friendships that keep her going. How is Kenarri going to flourish if I'm not doing well mentally? So always got to find that balance. You're more than just your artist persona.
That was so good. Like, we really got to sit in that.
You really do, really.
That's amazing advice. Thank you so much again for joining me today. This was obviously a great conversation, long overdue. I look forward to seeing your music in the next year or the next month, because we can expect something.
I'm going to send it to you.
Yes.
I've been meaning
because I will be in the DMs. But yes, I wish you the best, Kenarri. You're amazing. So yeah, we're definitely looking to see that growth.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
This platform is going to be so big, just in the trajectory you've already been going in the first couple of months.
Thank you.
I can already tell it's going to be a way bigger brand than your name alone. Like, it's going to grow past you.
I really, really hope so. Thank you. For my viewers, thank you so much for watching this episode. We will see you next time on the next episode of The Mix.